Wolves fan shares insights on Stephen Curry's three-ball death stare. Seated courtside, a Wolves fan recounted Stephen Curry's gaze after switching a dagger three-pointer. Visiting Minnesota, the Warriors were coming off a disappointing loss to the Raptors. Falling below the 500 mark, Steve Kerr and crew were under heavy scrutiny. Heading into the contest at Target Center on Wednesday, the Warriors were without Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, and Kyle Anderson. Fortunately, Gary Payton I returned to the lineup. Nonetheless, Chef Curry was there to save the day, putting on a show in Minnesota. Preventing a last-minute collapse, Curry sank a dagger three from the corner, putting the Dubs ahead. However, what made the incident more interesting was the four-time champion staring at the courtside spectators while the ball was midair. Wolves fan shares insights on Stephen Curry's three-ball death stare. Stephen Curry's rebuttal at chirping Wolves fans. The baby-faced assassin was all business facing the Timberwolves on Wednesday night. Finishing with 31 points and 8 assists, Curry was 7 for 12 from beyond the arc. The highlight of his performance was a corner three with less than a minute remaining in regulation. The two-time MVP's stare-down at fans in the front row had social media buzzing. According to reports, the two spectators, Paul Arnold and Daniel Charpentier, were seen chirping at Curry, who had the last laugh. Narrating his experience, Charpentier stated, "I've seen him do that asterisk a million times on TV, but it's different when he's staring at you." An out-of-bounds lapse via Payton II and Moses Moody gave the Timberwolves a chance to fix things. Vital plays from Kevin Looney and Andrew Wiggins, though, had Curry sent to the free throw line to seal the deal. It was a much-needed win for the Dubs, who now stand at 500 with a 20-20 record. The last word. Curry, who put on a show in Minnesota, had a strong message for all the naysayers and so-called online experts. The 10-time All-Star took a dig at those who misconstrued his saying that the Warriors should make no desperate moves ahead of the trade deadline. Addressing the media postgame, the Warriors superstar stated, "Anybody who thinks that I'm okay with being on an average basketball team is insane." Echoing Curry's statements was Coach Kerr, who had the following response: "I hope there's not a misconception that we're not fighting and scrapping and doing everything possible to keep this going. That's what we're doing." It almost feels like the narrative became the Warriors are giving in. We're not giving in. We're just not going to give away the future. Those are two totally different things. We're fighting. You can see, we've been competitive all year. Clarifying any kind of doubts over Golden State adopting a wait-and-watch approach, Curry and Kerr squashed all the so-called narratives on the internet. At 10th place in the West after 40 games, the Warriors cannot afford to remain in the uncertain for the remaining 42 games. As we approach the trade deadline of February 6, the front office needs to pull some strings without mortgaging their future. Names like Nikola Vucevic and Jonas Valanciunas remain potential strong candidates. It's time the Warriors onboard a big man and steer away from playing small ball.